The war come on in 39, and we got a notice to get out, all Japanese origin. Then we had to pack up and get out of the area, coastal area, 100 miles is when they called it. And we were only allowed one suitcase and one duffel bag. So I sold my accordion right there on the wharf, and I don't know what happened to the rest of the stuff. We had to go to Vancouver and then register in the Hastings Park. All the, what they call those, we were called enemy aliens, but which I could never understand.
Yeah, you were born in Canada.
Yes. So we were all registered as enemy aliens there. And wait for the time to be evacuated out from the coastal area. We had an option there, if we knew somebody in the agricultural area in Alberta or anywhere else outside of BC, we had an option to put our name and go there. So we went to Raymond because I had a sister was married in Raymond and had been living there for a number of years. And so in that way we were lucky to go somewhere that we knew someone, and little support there too. It was all sugar beet. We were all designated for beet labor. And the wife and I, we went to one farm there that the quota was 25 acres that we had to handle. If you had a big farm, you'd probably get 100 acres. And you get a percentage of that from the farmer, whatever they get. And it was rough. We went there and we showed us the place we had to stay. It was a one-room shack. I believe it was about this size because we had one bed and a stove, and you could sit on a bed and cook on a stove. Yeah. And it must have been an old granary at one time, I don't know, but it was kind of a filthy place. We lived in that, and it was a back-breaking job, and especially for my wife, never been in a farm or anywhere like that. I used to bleed in the heart here when I see her work. Yeah. It was tough. During the fall, it was around September, it was very nice weather, and I said to the farmer, I said, why don't you harvest? He said, the weather's great. He said, oh, I said, we can't do that. We'll wait for the first frost to bring up the content of the sugar. He said, they never harvested before a frost. So that was harder still. We had to pull those things out off the ground because the plow never pulled them all out completely. Sometimes we had to pull them out and bang them together, get all the mud off them. It was tough work.
Yeah, hot work.
But we got it all harvested. Then after harvest, we were paid our share. The wife and I, we ended up with $90 to live on through the winter.